Thank you for watching Lira Scoop. We are glad you are here.
On the 13 news of Kole, Dokolo, and Maratlabo. So you can. On the 10th.
Yes, thank you very much. From your speech, I think you repeatedly mentioned NRM or the ruling government. And they're also moving countrywide seeking for votes in the another slogan, protecting the gains. What do you make of this?
Protecting the gains. Yes. I normally ask people, I say, what gains are you protecting when we make engagements? The majority of them say there's nothing we are protecting, because which is true. Will they protect poverty? Because they are crying of poverty. They are crying of lack of drugs in hospitals. They are crying of joblessness for their sons and daughters. So how will you protect what you don't have? If anything, they are seeking for the most basic. And the regime has failed in those three basic things. That's why I keep asking people, wherever you go, say, how can a regime which has failed on the three basics for the existence of a human being, again ask for votes? And then you find there are people who hope that they can vote it in. How? No drugs in hospitals. Healthcare system completely broken down. Low levels of educational system. No training skills for the youth, even those who fall out of the educational system at P7. On those, no vocational institutions which can train them in that. And no money to back them up, even when the few are skilled. To do what? And even the few, those who look for jobs are for sale. And then you ask people, say, how many people are able to eat 1 meal a day? You yourselves, you go there in some of those rural communities. Rural communities are a little bit better off than townspeople. So how many of you are able to eat more than 1 meal a day? If it's not by choice, because you can eat 1 meal a day if it's by choice. You have the money, but you don't want to eat more than once. Many want to eat 3 meals, but they don't have the money. Even eating 1 meal for many is a struggle in itself. So if a government fails on those three basics, why on earth would they be still looking for a vote? And two, why would even anybody, even when they look for a vote, should anybody trust that they can do anything different from what they have been doing? Problem I notice is that because the population wants change everywhere I've been, the dilemma is that the intelligentsia or the elite have abandoned the people. But the intelligentsia have broken down and they want to survive, and they have gone on the bandwagon. So people, in a sense, in a number of areas, are kind of leaderless. They want change, but the leaders are telling them to vote for General Secretary. It's a dilemma. It's a struggle. Any government that wants to turn around this country, us, at least, our focus is to eliminate it. And we have got the capabilities, we have the skills to eliminate it. Why is it necessary to eliminate it? Because the savings alone, the 10 trillion, if you, in dollar terms, I don't know what it is. Because that may even have gone higher than the report, the World Bank report I read a while back. The World Bank report was talking of 2 billion. But 10 trillion is more than 2 billion US dollars. So I think it has now increased. That must be the latest report, 10 trillion. Now imagine when you save 10 trillion Uganda shillings and you inject it in education, inject it in health, inject it in agriculture and infrastructure. You have basically built a foundation for the development process of the country on a sustained basis. So our policy is zero tolerance to corruption. It is easier to say that. If you don't have the will and the resolve, you can't fight it. It's like NRM. I suppose they also talk about zero tolerance to corruption. I don't know whether they still talk about that. But they just have no capacity to eliminate it. Why? Because they survive on corruption. Almost all people who are corrupt are the ones who bankroll NRM. As long as you support General Museveni, even if you cause the fall of Bank of Uganda, nobody will touch you. As long as you steal taxpayers' money in ministries, wherever you are, but you don't oppose the regime, nobody will touch you. They are incapable of doing anything in regard to the fight against corruption. They can't do that. We have the will, we have the resolve. That's what we keep telling people. Don't gamble. Make the right choices. Because choices have got outcomes. Every choice has an outcome. You make wrong choices, there is a price to pay. You make the right choices, you reap good fruits because of the right choices you make. So we keep telling people that, and we hope they will understand and make the right choices if they want to get out of the mess in which they find themselves, unfortunately. First, I'll be telling the Lango people that they should not hitch their wagons on the horse that Museveni is. They shouldn't. Because there are those who think that the only way any area can develop is by hitching their wagons on the General Museveni. But the areas that have been 100% NRM, they are no better than here. You go to places like Kapchorwa, you go to places like Bundubujo, you go to places like Kisoro, you go to places like Bunyaruguru, you go to places like Karamoja. They have been 100% NRM. But they are as underdeveloped as actually some of the areas that have been in the opposition at times are even a little bit better off. So I'd be asking for the Langi people to trust us, at least to trust me as a potential candidate for presidency. One, because of my track record. I am a disciplined person. I am an honest person. I am a person who doesn't discriminate. I am a person who believes in justice. I'm a person who believes in equal opportunities for all, because I understand that the moment you establish those values in the culture of governance, then you'll have a firm foundation on the basis of which all areas will grow. Two, I believe in working with people who are like-minded, people who are honest, people who believe in justice, people who believe in their communities and in the country as the most critical thing that they need to advance. You develop a community, you develop a country, and from the development, you develop. Now, the culture now is that the individual develops and then they expect the country to develop. No, it's the other way around. A community cannot develop because individuals have developed, a few individuals have gone up. No, you develop a community, you develop a country, and then in the development process, you tap into the development process of a country as an individual. You build a hotel like this, and then you'll be able to get money. You build a school, or you start a farm, or you do whatever else. So the more the country develops, the more opportunities there are for those who want to do what? To tap into the development process. Of course, the unfortunate thing, I think, maybe the candidate would have drawn more votes in this particular area, I suppose, would have been Honorable Jimmy Akena, who was manipulated out of the process. Clearly. I don't know whether people know that or not. Or for whatever strategies the NRM had, they never wanted him to run. So he's not in the running now. So I suppose the people of Lango would have to scan amongst the 7 of us. They should rule out Museveni. They should not consider him at all. Yeah. If they really genuinely want to get out of the mess in which we are, all of us as a country, but also Lango as a region. And therefore look at the 7 and say, how, of all these, whom can we trust? And then vote for any of us. For me, I'd be promoting myself, definitely, naturally. Fortunately, I have a track record. I hope they will look at it and believe in it. I don't know. Been asked that Muntu, you are critical of the government. You mean there's nothing they have done good? My approach to commending or to appreciating is different. Because to me, I can never consider anything successful unless I see the end state of it. And until we have succession, and whatever General Museveni has done, peaceful succession. And if whatever has been done survives, then that's when I start appreciating. Because I have seen countries which had more than we have. Libya, for example, was highly more advanced than we are, but now it's in shambles. Iraq was more advanced than we are, by far, but it is in shambles. So I cannot start, because it look like, if suppose you thank a regime for a road, for example, but then there is a collapse because of mismanaging a transition. I can tell you in 5 years, the road will simply disappear. Power lines can fall. businesses can flee, even the factories that are there. So I cannot now, because to me, as he said, there can never be success unless there is good succession, so that there is sustainability. But the moment you leave, everything crumbles. Why on earth would I have thanked you? So I reserve my thanks to you.
Thank you for watching Lira Scoop. We are glad you are here.